John, welcome, man. Just want to just jump into this and ask the first question. So, where are you currently at in your coaching business after not being in the program for about a year? So, like, it could be like clients, income, and like even like your coaching model.
So as far as the business wise, it has grown exponentially. And when I say exponentially, I look at my numbers and finances, and within the last 12 months, I'm looking at it right now because I knew you guys would ask me about this. It's probably grown, see, maybe like 500% as far as client volume.
Awesome.
Finance wise, I'm looking to probably in the five-figure range, up and coming recurring revenue just because of the 500% increase. So I'm still doing one-to-one, and I realize one-to-one, I thought it would be exhausting, but I'm not exhausted, which
Mhm.
is, which is great because that means I can take on a lot of clients, have more impact, and really provide help for all my nutrition coaching clients.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely, man. That's something too, like we've like found too, is we love like the hybrid approach of like both a one-to-one and like a group style in it, man. It's very hard to beat the one-to-one, just that relationship and the impact you place on somebody with coaching. So I'm glad that you kind of figured that out.
Yeah, yeah, I did. It was
Yeah. I guess the next question, John, is just like what has been, I guess, like the biggest thing you've achieved and you're most proud of as a coach?
not giving up and putting in the
It's good.
reps and set.
It's good.
I know just based on doing this and being in an accelerator program and just being in this coaching space for so long, a lot of people that try to get into it, they don't know how much work and
Yep.
mindset work it takes to achieve a profitable, sustainable business model. And I see a lot of people, I actually did the math in my head, about 20 to 30% kind of roughly kind of quit their first year. And then more so after five, and really after 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, that's when it really starts taking off. But you really have to get into the mindset of putting the reps and set and focusing on day-to-day action and not really focusing as much as on the income, as long as you gotta put in the work on the daily basis.
Yeah, that's good, man. So and that's, yeah, all that stuff, man. We could go down and like spend so much time talking about like just people not understanding how much work it takes and delayed gratification, all that. But let's stay on this because I want to know too, because it is about like, anticipating obstacles, overcoming those obstacles and not ever quitting. So let's say in the last year, right, when you weren't in our program, like what are some of the biggest like obstacles and roadblocks you faced in your business?
Uh, the biggest obstacle is me, like trying
Mm,
to like being uncomfortable with the unknown. Is this going to make it or not? Is this going to be fine? Like, what am I doing? I had those things coming outside of my head, but then sometimes I remember from our accelerator program, you got to play the long game. You
mhm.
got to put in the reps and sets. You just got to take, it takes time, and it does take time. And a lot of people, I don't know, like for some people, they get so bombarded by seven figures in 90 days,
Yep.
that type of crap. And really, it takes a lot more work because if it was easy, then people would be getting seven figures. But in reality, like you really got to put in the work. What was the question, the follow-up question again?
Yeah, no, it was just like the biggest obstacle that you've had in the last year. And I think you said it is just yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Putting in the work, putting in the consistency, even though people aren't showing up, even if you don't feel like you're seeing results, you still gotta put in the work. Um, Another thing that I dealt with was sometimes like the imposter syndrome. Like,
Yeah.
am I good enough for this? Those things occur in my head, but I try to brush it off. Like as long as I'm doing the work, as long as I'm putting faith in myself, as long as I'm, not giving up and getting better 1%. So I
Yep.
knew it was just gonna happen. And then, after looking at my numbers for the past 12 months, I'm like, holy shit, it is true. You gotta just put in the work and just grind it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And I would say too, John, just kind of sticking on this too, like that like in the program, the accelerator, that we're huge on like that compartment of like mind growth, right? Just really like breaking down limiting beliefs and all that stuff, man. You did mention the imposter syndrome, right? So what was one of the big mental kind of like shifts or wins that you've had, since working with this in the whole mind growth kind of section?
That the biggest thing that I've seen was that as far as mind growth, Well, there was a lot of things. Um, One thing, maybe this is not the answer, but really limiting belief of investing or not investing yourself,
Mm,
you know, because a lot of people, and I see it now, people like trainer, dietitian, sometimes they don't believe something will work out, so they don't invest in a coach or a program or whatever. And that's really a limiting belief that I had to practice myself, even to this day. Like right now, I'm about to hire an accountant because I don't know how my financial status is. Because now, since the money is flowing consistently, I'm like, I gotta do something before Uncle Sam gets me. So, so really like limiting beliefs, like, like the hiring a coach probably is, and like kind of believing in yourself. So
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Okay, well, cool, man. Like, let's final question, and this will be really good. So, what are like some like future plans, for your coaching business right now that you're going after, let's say in the next year or so, and then like, what do you feel like you need to really improve upon most to get there?
well, I gotta get my accounting systems right. So I
That's
had my
important.
I got that one. So this week I'm gonna sit down with an accountant. I'm gonna look into possibly hiring other health practitioner, whether it's a dietitian,
Nice.
chiropractor, because there's a lot of services here that are needed, and then really doing a different type of revenue stream. I found out I'm really good in like in person, aka hustling outside of social media. I
Hmm.
do much better than that than the social media. Because I saw your post here. Don't forget the hustling outside of social media. It's such a underrated thing. Like when
It
you have
is.
that connection, it makes a really powerful impact. So um the group talks, like the wellness talks, hiring other practitioners like chiro, other dietitians, and really just playing the long game. And one thing I didn't forget from you guys, and making sure you have a dedicated rest day.
Mm,
That's right.
that's important, man. That's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is awesome though, John. Like I know it's been a while since we've caught up, man, but I just want to say like, like again, number one, thank you so much for putting your trust in us and the
Yep.
Accelerator program. And just I'm proud of you, man, to see your growth. The biggest thing too, like it's amazing to see like where you've grown your business, the future plans you have in growing the numbers. That's amazing. But the biggest thing I'm proud of like you is the mindset shift, man.
Yep.
The mindset shift, because that's the biggest thing people don't understand is again what you said, the sets and reps every single damn day, never hitting that quit button and understanding that it takes the long game with this, man. So I'm proud of you, man, for just really adopting that mindset and being committed and not interested.
Yep.
Yes, yes, that's really what it is. I tell other people, mindset is really where it's at. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, then you're really not gonna believe in your business or you're investing in
Yep.
anyone. And if you don't have that, it's really, really hard to have a profitable and successful coaching business.
Yeah.
100%, man.
100%, man. Well, cool,
Yeah.
John. Like, where can some of the listeners go check out what you're doing and stuff and follow you?
For Instagram, you can go to my Instagram, John Canlas RD. That's my tag name on Instagram. I have a website, johncanlasrd.com too. I got blogs, videos there as well. That's pretty much the places I hang out with, website and in my Instagram.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll have that linked up, and then yeah, once again, guys, go check out what John's doing. Like I said, he was in the program for a while, and again, he's created a lot of success outside of the program, just using a lot of the tools, frameworks, and things that we've taught him. So once again, John, thank you so much for your time, man. Appreciate you, and just like I said, just keep going, man. Playing the long game, and you got this.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, dude, come on. I was literally watching this video, watching this interview, and you literally just pop up on the screen and interrupt it. Trust me, there's a good reason for this. Just hold on, and I'm gonna let you get back to that interview or that video. Trust me, all right? So the reason why I stopped you on this is because we're giving away our book 100% free. Okay, so if you're a frustrated fitness professional, you're not growing fast enough, you're looking to future-proof and recession-proof your business by adding online training, or if you're doing online training, you want to scale and grow faster, all you have to do is check out our new book. We're giving the audio away, we're giving the PDF away. So all you have to do is click the link below in the description box and get your free copy. All right, so now back to the video.
It's been awesome, man, just working with you. And I just kind of want to know, just starting off, with this, where are you kind of at now, just like 1-2 years later, after being in the Accelerator program, everything that you've learned, like just income wise, we can talk about clients wise, number wise, coaching model, all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I want to mention first, before I got into the Accelerator program, I like to think of myself as like an OG with coaching with you guys.
Yeah.
And my preference, I know you guys kind of got back into this recently, but my preference was always the one-on-one and the live, because you guys were in LA, the live coaching days. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
But since that time, 2019, I believe. Damn, we go way back,
I
right?
know, right?
So since 2019, how you guys basically exposed my entire life on a whiteboard, which I'm grateful for. Since then, some of the biggest things that really helped to propel me forward was a lot of overcoming the limiting beliefs and overcoming just the mindset traps. I didn't realize that I was my own bottleneck in my own coaching business. I didn't realize that I was the one that was in my own way. So I think one of the things that I eventually learned was something that many coaches are familiar with, or just many people in the service industry, is imposter syndrome. So, I had the track record, the results, the credentials and the experience and all that stuff. But I still, for some reason, it was challenging for me to increase my rates. And I know a lot of times people in this industry can kind of have a hard time with this. But eventually, as I overcame that and all that stuff, I eventually did. And it wasn't comfortable, but I had to like break through that. So eventually I did. And since working with you guys, my income has increased through the years. And last year, as a matter of fact, was my biggest year, actually. And I think the year before that was the time that I was sort of still processing the whole imposter syndrome and all that stuff. But I think it really helped me to increase my rates, change up some things, and be more consistent with, I guess, following up with my leads and just improving the service in general, hitting some 10K months, which are definitely exciting. So when I felt that, when I experienced it and saw it, I was able to just pay off some debt, start getting into some investing and all that stuff, So it's cool to be able to see all those things happen. And to date now, just January of this year, 2023, opened up Tribe Fitness in Anaheim Hills.
That's awesome.
So it's a more affluent area in the Orange County area, which is like unbelievable really for me, because it's not an area that I'm originally from. But I think just overcoming a lot of like the limiting beliefs and all that stuff, I think it's really helped me to see myself now, and then see more of a progression thing in the future, and seeing where I'm gonna be at and in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's the thing. It's like you hit on that, right? Because that's the one thing I was going to ask you too on one of these questions. It's like the mindset stuff, right? What we teach in the program is called mind growth. It's the same exact thing though, but that's some of the stuff that holds us back, is those limiting beliefs. So I guess like what were some of the biggest ones, man, that were just really holding you back, like in those first couple of years until you had some real big breakthroughs?
I think I mentioned this to you guys, actually. I think it was the pride and the ego part. I think that I thought that I could, that I had it on my own. And I think I didn't. I think I was afraid of being seen, like where I was lacking, and where I kind of needed some work and all that stuff. I wasn't used to asking out for help. I wasn't used to asking for help, even though people asked me for help, particularly in the health and fitness space, right? But when it came down to myself, it was the pride and ego. I think it was imposter syndrome, as I mentioned. It was the feeling of me not feeling qualified enough to help people, or experienced enough to help people. And so that put a cap on even just the amount of money that I wanted to make.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And what would you say too, now that you kind of broke past that, right? You've obviously like accomplished a lot of stuff, like built the online business. You ran a hybrid model of in-person training and online. You just opened up a gym now, man, in the past like 2 or 3 years with all these accomplishments. Like, what would you say you're most proud of, I would say, in these past 2 to 3 years?
Wow, when you put it like that, I didn't even put it like that.
It's crazy, man.
In my mind, but that's true. I did.
Yeah.
Gosh, I think, okay, so this is kind of deep for me, just because I process this often, and I think that I still am. But I think I'm realizing how much, influence this carries. And so I'm right now trying to process, like, what do I do with this, in a sense? Like, people are like motivated and like inspired, sort of in a sense, like, oh, you know, look what he's done. If he can do it, I can do it type of feeling, right? And so I'm really realizing that it's really that it's giving me a lot of that type of stuff, but I'm also wanting to use it in a way that's continually impacting people, that I'm using in a right and honorable way, where I'm continually inspiring people and all that stuff. So I think I'm most proud of how on the back end of things, and what people don't see, is a lot of, I guess, inspiring people, motivating people. I think
100%.
that I'm proud of that. Yeah.
Oh, that's huge, man. I mean, if you would probably just track back of like how many lives you've actually impacted, man, it's crazy. You know, not only with the physical side of things, but the mental side of things, instilling the confidence, right? The carryover effect it is like with, you know, their family, their friends, their loved ones, being better at work, making more money. It's huge, man.
Yeah.
And I guess what I would say
Yeah.
too next, like Adrian, is just like with that, right? And just all of the skills you've built, all of like, you know, now that you have like that offensive like type of like mindset now, you know, like what would you say that, how do I put this? That you would maybe tell like somebody that's up and coming in that very first like 0 to 1 year or 1 to 2 years, you know, what would you tell them?
Yeah. You guys always nail this. You guys do a good job with this. But though, yes, personal training and health and fitness coach and all that stuff, it's very service oriented, but we also have to be the marketer. You guys always talk about this, being the fitness marketer too. Like I'm gonna just lay it out right now. This is a sales job. So
Yeah.
you know, it's a sales position. So, but I like how one speaker put it one way. She said, how are you going to offer all this value? How are you going to offer your best quality, you know, tips and experience and all that stuff, and at the end of the day, not have anything to offer the people that you're helping?
Yep.
So that's selling. So it's saying, hey, here's how I can help you jump into either my one-on-one coaching or my online program, whatever it is, right? But you offer all this value, you're helping people. Now we just need to get better at transitioning into our offer and transitioning into saying, hey, here's how you can invest into my program. That way I can continue to help you further, right? Or I can continue to help you. So I think for the up and comer in the fitness space, definitely get used to your marketing tactics and talking to people just in general.
Yes.
You can talk to people anywhere, you know, don't fall under the trap of you're going to hide behind a camera only and just show off your best fitness moves and stuff, and people are going to come crawling to you. They're not. You got to talk to people everywhere, and improve your salesmanship.
Spot on, man. Like we've told you guys before in the program that, you know, selling is serving at the highest level. And the second thing, what Grant Cardone says, man, it's either you're being sold or you're selling to somebody, man. So you'd rather want to sell to somebody. Good. And I loved what you said about that, man. It's spot on, man. It really is, you know. So Adrian, man, you know, just before I asked you where the listeners and viewers can like go follow all the cool stuff you're doing, man, I just want to say again, I know this is coming from Coach Eric too, that we're super proud of you, man. Like, thank you so much from like that 2019 day that you gave us the opportunity to be your mentors and help you break past those living beliefs to really uncover the true potential that you have, man. So it's been awesome seeing you the past 4 years, your growth, man, that you're doing. I know that you're only getting started with this, man. So thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
You bet, man. So where can the listeners and viewers go see all the cool stuff you're doing, like on your social platforms?
Yeah. Adrian Ceja Coaching, or Tribe Fitness Anaheim is my gym name. So Tribe Fitness Anaheim, Adrian Ceja Coaching, or tribefitnessgym.com. They can find that too.
Cool, man. All right, guys. So go follow everything that Adrian's doing, and we'll see you guys on the next 1 year later transformation case study, whatever you guys want to call it. Talk to you guys soon.
All right. I hope that those 2 interviews with those health and fitness coaches really inspired you and motivated you to be able to do the same thing, build a 6-figure coaching business. So if you want to do that, 2 ways to do that. First one is download the free book right here. The second way to do that is watch this training right here. 6 new ways that you, the health and fitness coach, can build a 6-figure business. Watch this video.